And so Mallory, we are coming up on a transition. A year from now, we will have a completely new administration. What are some of the provisions that you see in this budget that will really have an impact on that White House coming in?
Sure. An incoming administration is going to want to be able to deliver on a lot of different policy promises. And one of the things this budget does is lay out the government that this person will be inheriting. You know, it lays out the state of the federal workforce, it lays out the state of the federal infrastructure. And I really think that it can be used as a tool for the incoming administration to understand what the workforce priorities are, what some of the trends are. It lays out some of the retirement waves that are starting to happen or continuing to happen. It lays out some of the engagement issues. This administration has put an extreme premium on employee engagement. We've really seen an investment in leadership with some of the actions that have happened with the SES. And a lot of that will need to be continued in order to see the progress that we've seen. Robert was talking earlier about the employee engagement trends. This year we saw the first year that there was an uptick since 2010. That's an exciting movement, but it's still nowhere close to the engagement you see in the private sector. So an incoming administration can really use the budget and the conversations that are happening now to really understand the government that they're inheriting.
There's been a lot of talk about transition as well, about continuing on programs and smooth transitions as opposed to previous presidential transitions. Do you think this budget also has a path for the administration to pick up those programs, or is it going to be sort of the clean slate that we've seen in the past with administrations?
We can always hope. I mean, it's, you know, one thing the partnership's working on, and several others around this group as well, is making sure that there is, you know, a smooth transition of power, smooth transition of administration, and understanding that whoever's coming in is leading a large entity with lots of employees, lots of systems. Some are working better than others, and that person's going to have to be ready to manage on day one, not just lead. And so I think there's real potential there.
And I don't think we should assume that this budget lays that transition or the guide path for future administrations. As I listen to some of the candidates, they're running exactly against what this budget is laying out as their foundation. And so the regrettable part is we won't know until after the November elections who the winner is going to be. But so many candidates are talking about very different things, some even repealing everything that President Obama has put in place in the last year or so. I think that what that does from a transition standpoint is puts a real premium on early preparation so that the new administration comes in, and to their credit, both the executive branch and Congress are starting to work on thinking about transition issues, but also to make sure that the workforce is well positioned to assist in whatever that transition is going to be. I don't think we're there yet.